Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. Gone ahead and set up the pump on Vega B. So as we can see, we have 44 million liters of enriched Nequata, and we're just turning that all into ingots for our Bacterial Vat. Yeah, we're up to about 9,000 of it at this point, so doing pretty well there. Now, I have just kind of let this running a little bit. I did set up a couple more plants for the bone, but that is definitely the limiting factor at this point. But I have... Isn't that going? Ooh, we're out of water. What's going on there? Hold on, let's turn that off. Doesn't look like these are gonna have an issue. Did I? Let me... Am I out of water in the A system? No. What's going on there? Have I done something with channels? No? Okay, so there's the water. Was that weird? That was weird, right? I don't know. I've been logged in this world for a few minutes, so that was a bit strange. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, okay, so there it goes. No clue what happens there. But the nice thing about these are low tier, so even if they had no nutrients, they didn't go. So I mean, we are using a ton of water, but yeah, water shouldn't be an issue. Although I am just noticing that no, it's full. Yeah, we're full on water. That was weird. I have no idea what just caused that. That was strange. Anyway, so we have 4 plants going and we're producing the bone. So as we can see, we are producing it much faster, but it is still, this is the limiting factor, it seems, with this whole process. Yeah, this isn't full yet. I mean, it's staying just about there with how slow this machine is, but anyway, there is the tank. We got about 300,000 in there. So I have this turned off for the moment. What I have actually done is put a Steve's factory manager here on the bottom and just did a quick little thing that just says, all right, so I've noticed this was a bit weird when I was setting it. I wonder if... Yeah, I have noticed that actually. That it changed when I was doing it. I wonder if it's going to have to be... Man, am I going to have to change it every single time I log in? That would be annoying. But I'm seeing if we can... Once we get one more... Like one process, basically it's saying check to see if there's 4 buckets and 500 in the hatch, and then it'll pull out 500. So basically that is keeping the hatch half full. Because the tooltip says that, I don't know if it just needs any sort of... I don't know if that... Keep the output hatch half full. It seems to be if there's any sort of fluid in there, it'll give you the 500. Alright, so it definitely... There is some bugginess with this, for sure. So it looks like I may have to break and replace it, and then we'll see. Yeah, there's definitely some weirdness with this multi-block, but it seems to be when it's running, it's fine. It'll run permanently, but kind of like resetting the world or logging off and stuff seems to cause some issues with it. Or if you change... What did I miss? Platings are dented. Yeah, if you change the multi-block, sometimes it doesn't re-update. So, alright, let's see if that works. Alright, so now I have no idea why it's not working. Yeah, sometimes this multi-block definitely feels weird, for sure. We got that. We got that. We got that. That's in there. What if it's like freaking out about... I have no idea. Oh, what am I talking about? There's no radioactive material in there. Duh. Sometimes it is more simple than... I overcomplicate things sometimes. So, yeah, I turned off the radioactive, the enriched Nequata because it kind of uses it up whether it's running or not. So I turned that off. Duh. All right, so I'm new to this multi-block. Cut me some slack here. But it does feel a bit buggy at times. It definitely does. Sometimes feels a bit weird. All right, there it goes. All right, so now it's running. So we'll see if that pulls out. Hopefully it pulls out the 500. If I set that up, let's check it again. Okay, so I think we're gonna have issues with this. It doesn't appear to be keeping the fluid, so I don't know if this is actually gonna work. Unfortunately. Yeah. There must be some like conflict there. I have no idea how else would I keep half of it full? I really don't know, actually. So let's just see how much it fills up. And I highly doubt it'll pull out if it has like the wrong fluid listed in there, but hey, you never know. All right, so there we go. All right, so that did do 500. Obviously it didn't pull out though, unfortunately. So, how can I do this? Is there any other block that would let me 550? Oh no. Yeah, that was already in the tank. Unless I just, all right, so yeah, this isn't gonna work, unfortunately. It definitely, there's some sort of conflict with that. So let's just break that. And let's just auto output this into a tank, I guess. I don't really need the tank there, but I just did it while kind of testing because I don't have everything else set up for it. Let's see what happens when there's nothing in the thing. All right, so what did it did, okay, it did 500 there. So we'll see what it does the next time. But yeah, we're still looking pretty good here. Thankfully, the unknown water is going to last for quite a while. So one of those lakes actually lasts for quite a long time. But I wish that was a bit more. I wish I got, 32,000 buckets out of it as opposed to, I think I got about 3,300. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with that. The other limiting factor is this talic acid or whatever it's called, talic. So I am going to have to set up a whole separate or a whole new thing on that. Because it's just using it from the PBI over there, the polybenzyl stuff. Alright, so it did 500 that time. I'm curious though if it turns off and then it turns back on. Like if we go through all that and then it turns back on, is it going to do 50 again? I don't know. I can't think of any other way to regulate fluid that specifically outside of Steve's Factory Manager. If you have any ideas how to keep fluid partially in a hatch without pulling it all out, yeah, I'm all for hearing suggestions for that. So I think I'm going to set up, let's see, where am I? PBI. Yeah, so this is what's producing the talic acid. It is putting the dimethyl benzene and mixing it with this potassium dichlorate stuff. That I can just put in there, I guess. I'm kind of... Yeah, do I have... I should have enough. Yeah, this is producing the charcoal. I'm just curious, like, if I do a much faster fluid extractor, is that going to work? All right, so I think I'm going to set up the... I have a whole chemical reactor set up. I have all the stuff crafted already. Yeah, let me get a fluid extractor and I guess a distillery. I don't think I want to... Yeah, I'm not going to set up a distillation tower for this, I don't think. I don't need the other stuff. I mean, phenol would be kind of nice, but I don't really need large amounts of it. And benzene, I have tons of it over there. Yeah, so let me set up this, I guess, a fluid extractor and a distillery. And yeah, I'll let the stuff run and kind of see if I find anything new. All right, we have gone ahead and set the phthalic acid up. I think it's pretty easy, actually. Well, other than the potassium dusts or whatever they are. But I'm making them over there, so... Yeah, and then I just did a fluid extractor with the charcoal and distillery to make the dimethylbenzene, some oxygen, and I just threw a tank there just in case. I have no idea how fast this is going to be. Alright, looks like the limiting factor is that. Yeah, so phthalic acid. Need 1,000. So it's probably... I'm assuming... Yeah, it's like, it takes a second to register that has 1,000 in there. Alright, so we're already up to 26,000, so that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, that's definitely... I guess this is the limiting factor then. Oh well, we'll put a pump on the... I wonder if this pump will be okay. We'll do export. And we'll put it in there, I guess. Make sure it only goes in one direction. There we go. So that is in there. Now I have no idea. That is so quick. That's like less than a second. I'm assuming... Alright, so now that we have that, I don't know, we'll just let that kind of run and see what's going on here with this. Turn this back on. I noticed, I think what was happening was when I log into the world, the AA system takes a little while to get sorted out, probably because it's such a large network. And by the time, in that time, with these running, it actually drains all the water. And that's what turns off the farm, because it cannot function without the water. And I think that's what's actually happening when I log into the world and this stuff dies. I think it's actually because the AA system is turned off. So I should probably... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we should just do a separate reservoir, not deal anything with the AA system. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll just kind of do that underneath, and I can actually see. I need a... It's a hatch, or is it a valve? I don't remember which one. All right, the valve. So it goes in there. How do we want to do this? Probably... Oh, I got to turn that off. Oh, turn it off before they die. No. Yeah, gotta turn that off. Because this isn't running. Alright, they'll be good for a second. So we'll put the reservoir there. Now these reservoirs, I need to get the water out, so I'm gonna have to do like an intermediate tank, I guess. I'll just do, sure, this medium, and we'll have to throw a couple pumps on it. I may be able to do like a pump on a fluid pipe, but I feel like it might be easier if I just do it like this. So it's gonna go that way. So I guess I'll throw the, yeah, I don't need to access this or anything. I'll throw the reservoir there, the tank there, and then a pump on one side and a pump on the other, I think we'll do. And hopefully this will sort out this farm situation. Because I've been trying to figure this out for I don't know how long now. Alright, so that, throw the reservoir back there. I don't think it'll automatically, I don't know. Why don't, actually before we do that, why don't I just pop that down and see what happens? No, I didn't think that would happen. How about we do this? Like that. So it gives us a little bit more room. So we'll do that. Throw that there. And there we go. All right. So I think that's a better solution, I think. Yeah. And then I guess I'll just have to kind of do a test or whatever, leaving, quitting the world and joining, and we'll see if that makes any difference. Because, yeah, I think that's what was happening. This is draining water so quickly that the plants were dying before the AA system turned on. So I think that was doing that. I wish I could stop that from happening, but I don't think there's any way you can get it to... I mean, that's just a thing when you log into a world. Or actually, like, leave dimension. Sometimes that happens when I leave the dimension. So maybe that's when the plants were dying, actually. It wasn't because the farm was too slow. It was because the AA system. Something to think about. Anyway, I noticed the Bacterial Vet. I ran it one time, and it only gave me 50. So it does look like if there's any sort of liquid in this Bacterial Vet, it'll give you 500. But if it's empty, it'll only give you... I have an idea. I just thought of something. Why don't I do 2 input hatches, maybe? And only pull out of the one. Alright. Maybe that will work. Like, well, yeah. I think that will... I'm trying to think how I'm going to get this to set. Alright, so there we go with that issue again. So let's just break it, place it back down, and hopefully that will sort itself out. No. Can you not have more than one hatch? Alright, well that maybe is a rain on my parade. Well, it looks like you can't have more than one hatch. So that's not going to work. How the heck am I going to keep this? I don't know. I'm going to have to do some kind of twisting here and see if I can come up with a solution to keep some fluid in there when Steve's Sacramander doesn't appear to be working. So, I don't know. Let me cut here and we'll come back. All right, what I'm thinking I may be able to do is actually put a fluid regulator on that. So I'm thinking like if we can do if I can just pull it out slowly kind of thing. See if we can. Yeah, I can't really reach it from this, unfortunately. There we go. Can I reach it that way? No. Let's do this. A bit cramped under here, but oh well. And if we fluid regulator directly on that, yeah. Why don't, if we do like, what, see, that's not going to work, is it? I need something lower than that even. I'm only getting 500 liters. I need to speed this up, but if I speed it up, then this is not producing it fast enough, so I need to speed this up. Man, I really wish Steve's Factory Manager would work, but I mean, I could do the IC2. Oh, I have a thing right there as well. All right, let me craft up the IC2 fluid regulator because I can make it even less than that. This is kind of annoying that I have to do this, but yeah, let me do that. All right, I've gone ahead and crafted up this fluid regulator, and it is actually like a thing. Now, can I do? Nope, that's not what I wanted. I believe this is the input, this is the power. If I remember from my testing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have it facing that way, unfortunately. I just need to kind of test it. So how do we want to do this? This isn't like the best location for it, but we do like... Oh, see, that pulls it all out, doesn't it? That's not going to work. Probably just did 50. Did 500 there. It's probably doing 50 that time. I guess this would have to be full. Man, this is something. But as we can see, we can switch it between tick and seconds. So I could do like... So we get 500... 560 seconds, or 60 seconds gets us 500. So if I did like 8 millibuckets a second or something like that, to, I don't know, let's grab another, well, here's a tank. And thankfully this, I don't believe this has a tier or anything, so you can hook up whatever wires you want to it if I also remember that from my testing. We can actually probably get rid of that, actually. And I did do a backup just in case. I did blow up my world here. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be a no. So, is it like that? All right, so that... Oh, it is that little thing. All right. But this is maybe what I can do. But I would have to have this backlogged for that to work. But I just took it out of the output hatch. Unfortunately, I can't get it back in the output hatch. All right. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If we pull it out slower than it's producing. But man, this is... Yeah, this is going to be slow to produce all the seaweed that we're going to need. I'm hoping that I can just get this set up and then just have it... Yeah, see, the problem is, like, if I run out... Like, we're kind of running out here. Then this will turn off, then it'll pull all the fluid out, and then it'll start producing the 50. Whenever this gets enough, it'll just produce the 50 millibuckets. So yeah, I really hope the Steve Sector Manager would work with this, but I don't know if there's any way for me to fool it into pulling out that liquid when it keeps changing on me. Okay, so I've been kind of trying to figure out what I want to do here, and I'm almost, is there any way I can like blacklist maybe? I don't think there's any way to just tell it to, yeah. Is there any way to just tell it to pull in a fluid without having to name it? I don't know if there, I wouldn't, Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, if I blacklist, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any way to use it to input a fluid unless you specify the fluid. Because I mean, oh, there is a blacklist. So I mean, I guess you would. No, how would that? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. This one has got me stumped for sure. I've never actually looked at these before. All right, again, let me see if I can maybe sort something out. All right, I am back, and I am completely stumped as how to go about doing this. And I'm almost kind of thinking at this point, it's a little broken. The progression at this stage of the pack is not completely fleshed out yet. And I'm almost thinking, and I would like to hear any opinions on this, but I'm almost thinking I want to set up everything for this process, but I may end up just doing it like an infinite fluid source. There is one that's basically used for testing, but I can put the seaweed broth in that and maybe just have that and just basically cheat this seaweed in, because I have no idea what to do at this point. I've set up like all the infrastructure for it, but if I can't get this to produce 500 millibuckets each by keeping some fluid in here, and as we can see, it's a bit buggy with the fluid inputs, and yeah, I just don't know. And I would like to finish the pack, but I feel like this process isn't quite fully fleshed out yet. So yeah, I'm almost kind of getting to the point where I feel like maybe just have, yeah, like an infinite fluid of the seaweed broth, and we'll feed it into the thing. But I have set everything up for it, so I don't know. I'd be kind of like looking forward to having some feedback on what people think I should do at this point with the seaweed that we're going to need, because I think it's about 8,000 we need per circuit. So if you think about the later circuits, the BioWare circuits are very expensive, but not undoable. But if I can't get this to run at maximum efficiency because of a little bug kind of thing, I don't know. And yeah, it's either that or I just kind of stop making episodes and let this run for days on end in between episodes, which I don't want to do. I do want to continue the pack, but I don't know. I really just don't know what to do with this. I like all the setup that we have. I've kind of done, the bees and stuff, but the one thing is the bone. I may you know, craft up another world accelerator and do some more. So have like 8 plants kind of thing, you know, set up like kind of similar to what I would do normally. But yeah, I can't think of anything that I could do to leave some fluid in there and not have it pulled out. Like even golems or something, but I don't know if you can tell a golem to leave a certain amount in there. I really wish this would work, but yeah, I don't think I can tell it to pull in an amount. Yeah, and I don't want to have to babysit it constantly. I want to pull that out because I'm not going to worry about that. I have thousands of it. I want this to produce 500, basically. If it's only producing 50, it's just going to take way too long. 500 is still going to take a long time too, but yeah. I mean, I'll continue to look to see if I can maybe come up with something. Yeah, I have no idea. I can't even tell it to like... Yeah, it doesn't save it. It doesn't want to save it. So there must be like something clashing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that other than have it patched, but I don't want to I can't wait on patches. Otherwise I'll run out of stuff to do. But all right, well, I'm going to have to wrap the episode up there. So please leave your feedback at what you want me to do with the seaweed broth. I am kind of leaning towards setting everything up for it, but then basically just cheating it in, unfortunately. We'll cheat in the seaweed broth, I guess we would do. Or the other option would be a storage drawer with like an infinite upgrade on it with the seaweed. That is another option. So I don't know. Yeah, leave your comments below and let me know what you think we should do to proceed here. But anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.